Yo, what's up, guys? Doing a bait rigging video. This is probably my #1 question I get asked with the Omega Rapture is what trailer to use. You know, I use this trailer. It doesn't hunt as well as when you don't use a trailer. So this is pretty much how I rig it and how you should rig it. It's the easiest way to do it. I know a lot of bladed jigs and all that kind of stuff. The typical, keep all my stuff in an old school Falcon FTO box. It just keeps them organized for me. I just label them, put them in by color. So I've got a JDM Steez chatterbait here. Bladed jig, this is a 3/8 I think. So the typical bladed jigs have the blade direct connection here. So a lot of guys will put the like swim baits, Kitex, Exo Swim, stuff like that on there, and it doesn't affect the motion or action because all it does is really just vibrate. There is hardly any hunting action in most of the bladed jigs. Now with the Omega Rapture, it is not your typical bladed jig. You've got the swivel here so it spins, and when it's moving around it hunts side to side and kicks out and all that kind of stuff. So the biggest complaint I hear guys messaging me when they put a paddle tail on, this is just a typical 4-inch Exo Swim, guys put on Kitex, all that kind of stuff. But when they throw them on, the problem is the paddle tail here counteracts the hunting motion. This thing wants to do its own thing and create its own side-to-side flopping motion. When you put it on here, it completely kills it. So what I tell a bunch of guys to do is you can still use them. You'll just want to cut the tail, the paddle actually off on each side. So it leaves you a straight tail, so it'll be more straight like that. And that will help you maintain that action in the bait. Or what I do, and what I do on pretty much every single one of my my Raptures, is I'm running just a BIOSPAWN plasma tail. You can either do the 4.5 inch or the 7 inch, whatever you have available to you. I just thread it straight on. Essentially just creates a little bit longer trailer to it. You can also, I use it just to create a little bit of variation in color, so the white with a little bit of green pumpkin gold flake to it. Just a little bit different look. By adding that, I keep a bag of them here. These are all the 4.5 inch, so you know you don't have to do much to them. You can kind of bite the tip off here and thread it on, or you can just leave it. Now if you do the 7 inch, I like to shorten it down a little bit to it, you know, cut it down half, 2 inches or whatever, and then thread it on. But once you put that on there, it skips well, it hunts really well still, adds a little bit of bulk to it, it's not too bad. A lot of other guys are also using, you can use like the Zoom Fluke Juniors, because those are super straight, they don't have really any tail action to them. You can also use maybe the Lake Fork, what is it, the swim bait one, not the paddle tail one, but the, I can't think of the name offhand. That would probably work as well, but I just keep it simple. I use the plasma tail on all my Raptures, as you can see. I got them on here, I got them on here. It really doesn't matter what color. I typically like to do like the green pumpkin, gold flash, chartreuse tip. That's just the trailer color I've been using for 2 years. And I've got one. This is the original, the OG, the prototype one. This one's closing in on 500 fish, something like that. It's pretty beat up. It is not a 3/8 anymore. It's probably more like a 1/4 ounce. It has destroyed a ton of fish, but again, I'm just using the plasma tail in there as well. It just keeps everything lined up, keeps everything hunting. Got a blade, the bloody shad here. extra blades because I'm always screwing around with stuff. But that is pretty much how I rig it. With the plasma tail from BIOSPAWN, it keeps it just easy. I know a lot of guys like throwing that bulk to it because they're used to that typical blade to head combination, adding that weight and adding that bulk to it, but you really don't need to with the Omega's Rapture here. This is a color I've been throwing just because I wanted some kind of sexy shad style. This is not available. I've just been snagging some skirts, trying some colors. Same with this one right here. This is a rainbow trout color that I painted custom, and I'm screwing around with some colors. So just trying some new things. Other than that, that is how I rig my Raptures. That is a question I get a couple times a week just because everyone wants to know why the Raptors stopped hunting when they put on such a bulky piece of plastic. And that is the reason, because it counteracts the hunting action of the Sampo swivel and the blade that we have attached on there. It is an awesome bait. I love it. It is probably one of the best bladed jigs on the market, especially for hunting action. It destroys everything. It's an awesome bait. Other than that, smash that thumbs up, notification bell, something, like it, share it. Probably do some more rigging videos here, and we'll talk to you guys later.